the pathway to the success has been just 100% staying on the grind and believing and feeling in what I believe in. And realistically, I know that the only way we're going to get to the results is if I put the work in. It starts with being 1% better every single day. I'll set a goal, I'll reach it, I'll obtain it, and I'll maintain it. And then I'm figuring out, how do I get to the next level? If you constantly think about it, you constantly dream about it, and you sleep and wake up and you feel the same way, you need to do it.
All right, Coach.
Yo.
Finally, we got it. We're doing it.
We're doing it. It's getting done.
It's getting done. Welcome to the Dreaming to Compete podcast.
Yes, sir.
Well, thank you for taking the time to be here. Dreaming to Compete podcast, which is, I had that name for the podcast because we all have a dream,
right?
And we all have to compete to be our best to make that dream come true.
Correct.
And so this podcast is just about pathways to success, and we just want to talk about your pathway to your success, to the success that you have now, and how we can help other people go get to their success, make their own success on their own journey, and make their dreams come true by competing to be your best.
Well, first of all, I appreciate you for thinking that or believing that I'm already successful. I don't feel that I've reached full success yet. I'm on a way to it. I am way more successful than what I used to be, but the pathway to the success has been just 100% staying on the grind and believing and feeling in what I believe in. So it's like, my mind has been set on, this is what I want to do. This is how I'm going to do it. These are the things that's going to take to get there to do it. I.e., for the people who don't know, fitness is the thing. So with that being said, as I'm on this path and as I'm learning, all right, let me incorporate this and put it here, but I'm still on the path. All right, I learned this. Let me incorporate this and put it on the path, and I'm still there. So it's being 100% dedicated to what I believe in and standing on business as far as that.
So let's start there. Who are you and what do you do right now in your life?
I am Roy Bean, master trainer. I just like to say that. Head trainer, lead trainer of Impact Performance. We specialize in strength and conditioning as well as performance. We teach you how to move, teach you how to lift, show you how to live, teach you how to live everyday life. That way you can perform as you get older and always be an athlete, because everybody's an athlete.
And the great thing about that is that you all care about how you perform movements, how you work out.
Yeah.
Because you just don't give a routine and there you go, just do it. No, you guys like to perfect those movements so you are a good athlete, you move well.
Right. Everything is intentional. We don't ever do anything, I like to call it busy work. There's never like, all right, here's 7 exercises, go do it, and then we just walk off to the side and don't watch you. Like, everything is intentional, from a warm-up to the way you do your warm-up, to that warm-up being now a part of the workout, to the workout being part of a finisher, to the finisher being part of a dynamic move. Like, that same movement will progress throughout the entire workout, and everything will circle back around to that first initial warm-up. It's all intentional. It's all intentional. Everything that we do is for a purpose and with that purpose.
And that's the great thing about having a group of people that care about you, having a personal trainer or training with a group than just training by yourself in a gym that you don't really know if you're doing the exercises correctly. And like that's with anything in life. It's way better to train with someone that can give you feedback. Oh, you're doing this great. You're doing let's improve this. And in life, like having a coach for life telling you, okay, like looking at different perspectives that can help you move forward in your journey.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, because, I tell people all the time that I was doing this workout or these type of workouts. Like, we're not really doing anything special. It's just that our purpose and our intention is what makes it special. And by that, what I'm saying is, I like to describe to people like, hey, we're going to eat chicken. We're going to squat. We're going to bench. We're going to deadlift. We're going to do push-ups. We're going to do sit-ups. Like, we're doing all the basic things, but the way we do it, sometimes it's like eating chicken every day. We're going to have barbecue. We're going to have lemon pepper. We're going to have honey hot. We're going to have buffalo. Like, you're still going to get chicken, but it's seasoned and flavored a different way. And then the trainers, myself and JT, we make the product what it is. So your squat, bench, and deadlift might be a squat, bench, and a deadlift, but the intention on behind why we have you doing it this way, or why we having it paired up with this exercise, or why the tempo is done this way is what sets everybody apart from doing it the way they've been doing it.
So how does this transfer to a normal day-to-day life? Because if we're talking about athletes, that's clear on how it can transfer to an athlete. Okay, you perform better in the field, you perform better at the track.
Right.
But how does it transfer to a normal day-to-day life in the office?
Discipline. Prime example, myself, I'm not a runner. I don't like to run. I honestly don't even like to work out, like literally. And me and JT, we had this conversation all the time. But what I do love is what I feel after I've done the work that I didn't want to do. I don't wake up in the morning and be like, oh man, yes, let's go do this workout. That's not me. But what I do say is I know that after this work is done, I'm going to feel a certain way. I'm going to look a certain way. And that's what I'm reaching for. So with that being said, it's the discipline, like running. I don't get a runner's high. I'm not one of those people that's like, on mile 3, I just felt the greatest. I don't love it. What I love is how I feel and the results I get from putting in the work and staying disciplined. Waking up in the morning, tired, aching, you've been training classes all day or the night before, and your body's a little bit sore. Your warm up might need to be a little bit longer. But in my mind, it's like, I know I have to get this run in because it's going to keep me disciplined physically to be where I want to be. So take that same mindset and that same ideology as far as I don't want to run, but I know the results and the rewards I get from running. You apply that to life. Oh, I don't want to clean my room up today, but when I do clean it up, it's going to look better. I'm going to feel better.
So what do you think about the quote that is enjoy the process, not the results? Like, focus on the process, not the results.
That's 100% it. I do enjoy the process. I do like to work out, but I'm not one of those. If I could skip it, I would skip it, but I do enjoy the process, and it's all about perspective. I enjoy the process of knowing that I'm doing this to get to a greater goal, but I'm not literally loving what I'm doing while I'm doing it. Because let's just be honest, most of the time my workouts suck, and they suck because it's going to challenge you, and it challenges you to make you become a better person. And nobody wants to do anything that's going to make them uncomfortable. So I'm not afraid of work. I just don't care for the work, but I care for the results. And realistically, I know that the only way we're going to get to the results is if I put the work in.
So how do you focus on that process and that, like, when the results are not coming?
It starts with being 1% better every single day. So if I'm speaking to someone that's trying to get there and just now starting off, set goals, set reminders, small goals, small reminders. Hey, I'm going to go and walk a half a mile at my pace, no certain speed, no certain time. I'm not stopping until I walk a half a mile. I can take a break. I can pause. I can stop. But the goal is I have to walk a half a mile, and then say, all right, tomorrow I'm going to walk a half a mile. Okay, I feel go. Okay, the next day I'm going to walk a half a mile. Then that half a mile becomes a habit. Now you're like, okay, this half a mile is kind of feeling good, or it doesn't suck as much as it used to. Let's say we can walk a whole mile, and then you just add on and add on from there. So that's how you just build up with your workouts. I'm going to work out once a week. And then that once a week goes to, I'm going to do it twice a week. And you just keep building until it becomes a habit. And once it becomes a habit, then it's second nature. Now you're not guessing yourself or second guessing and contemplating and saying, am I going to work out today? It's like, no, I know what time am I going to work out today? Nobody wakes up and say, am I going to brush my teeth? No, because you know you're going to do that.
It's already a habit.
Right. So it's just like,
think about it.
Once the workout becomes a habit, you're not trying to be like, am I going to do it? You're not questioning it. You're just figuring out, where am I going to fit it in my schedule to make it happen?
That's a great thing about athletes, coaches, and about the sport industry. And that's why I try to bring those people into this podcast, because it just does not talk about sports, but it can also transfer a lot to life, to different things in life.
Yeah.
Like that discipline, that's going to take you far in anything that you do.
It's simple. It's simple things, man. Like we all like to drink water or tea or whatever you want to drink before bed. So you may bring a dish or two in your bedroom at night. And then, all right, you leave your bedroom and you're going to go past the kitchen to get to the car. So why leave the dishes in your room? You looking at it, just grab it, pick it up and go. It's a discipline. I don't want to wash dishes, but I love when my kitchen is clean. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to run 2 miles, but I love how I feel after I run.
Yep.
It's just discipline. It's just, you set the standard for yourself. No one sets the standard for you. You set the standards for yourself. And the things that you do in the gym correlate to everyday life, because when you stay on yourself and hold yourself accountable, then you don't have to worry about anybody forcing you to do anything in life.
And that's the thing, like, how you do anything is how you do everything.
Exactly. That's exactly it.
So it's just going to transfer to anything. That's why I like these topics, these conversations. And I want to circle back to where we started about success.
Yeah.
You said that you're not successful right now, that you don't determine yourself as success or as like you. You still think that you have a room to get to there?
Yeah.
Right? What is your definition of success?
Well, can I say what I define as success for me?
Yep.
So in that, I feel like I'm not successful until I have my own facility and I own my own gym as a business owner. And then I know, because of the person I am, once I make it to that level, because it's going to happen, then I'm going to be like, all right, I've achieved this goal. How can I be greater than that?
Mm-hmm.
And that question that I ask myself is how I always, quote unquote, achieve small successes, because I'll set a goal, I'll reach it, I'll obtain it, and I'll maintain it. And then I'm figuring out, how do I get to the next level?
So you say that success is different to everybody?
It's different. Yes, it's completely different to everyone, because I don't value money. I love money. I want to make money. I want lots of it, but I don't value money. I value time. I have 3 sons. Money can't raise my kids, but time invested with them can. So somebody else can say, well, money can offer you this, this, and that, but that doesn't determine the success you've had in life.
The biggest wealth is time.
It's time, man. So, success to me is different for somebody else's success. And then my success may be the same as to somebody else.
So that success is when you reach your dreams.
Exactly.
When you reach that dream. And that's where we come back to dream to compete.
Yes.
It all comes back to the dream.
Yeah. You set a goal or a dream, and I dream to be a business owner and own my own facility. That goal, that dream has been accomplished. Now we have a new dream within that dream. I was like, all right, I'm living in the dream. I've reached it. How can I make this dream better now?
So if we think back in your life, what was the dream that you had before? Like, do you think, like, did you set, because you're talking about small successes.
Yeah.
So you had small dreams that made you more successful, right? So what dreams did you have?
This right here. I'm literally living in it. I used to be a full-time FedEx driver, part-time trainer, but I worked full-time hours training. I would drive and work my 9 to 5 every day, get off the truck and go train people from whatever time I got off in the evening and until 10, 11 o'clock at night. And I used to always tell everybody, hey, one day I'm not going to be here anymore. I'm going to be a full-time trainer. All I'm going to do is train people. All I want to do is help people. That's all I want to do. One day I'm going to leave here and I'm just going to train all day, every day. That's all I want to do. And it's been happening.
And that's what you're doing.
That's what I'm doing right now. I told everyone I'm going to be a full-time trainer, and it has happened for the past 7 years now.
How was your path to getting to where you are now, man?
It wasn't easy. It was not easy. I took a major pay cut going from a steady 9-to-5 job to starting off being a trainer. I had to build up clientele.
What would you tell those people that are in between there, like they have something secure?
Yeah.
I have my 9-to-5 job that is paying the bills, is giving me a comfortable life, but I know I don't like this life. I want to get out of this life, but I'm scared of taking the next step to start building that dream because it feels like it will be a step back.
Yes.
But I know that in the long run, it will be a step back to take 2 or 3 or 5 or 10 steps forward.
Right. So I have multiple answers for that because I know everyone has different fear factors. I'm a risk taker. I'm a firm believer in I would much rather try it, see how it works, and fail at it, and then be like, all right, I learned from that. I tried it this way. It doesn't work. Let's go back to the drawing board and try it again. Versus 3-4 years from now, what if I would have just tried to leave my job and then, just try to save some money up? And what if I would have taken that risk on starting my business 3 years ago?
Where would I be now?
Where would I be now had I tried it 3 years ago?
And if you try it and don't like it, doesn't go well.
That's it, man. You can always go back to what you're doing. So I would say leave on good terms, have a good relationship with your employer, because when I drove for FedEx, I had a great relationship and they let me go part-time. They don't let anybody go part-time. You're either 5 days a week or you're not there at all. They let me go 3 days a week.
And why? Because of the way you were. You were a good employee.
Yeah, I was a great employee, and I had a great relationship with everyone there. And they knew that what I was trying to do, I was serious about it. Everyone in the whole warehouse knew Roy didn't eat a certain, or Roy ate a certain way. Roy worked out every day. Roy trained people. Like, they knew that I was 100% committed to becoming what I am today.
And that's the thing that I've seen in this pathway to my success, towards my dreams, is that whenever you want something really bad, that you are doing everything to make that happen.
Yes.
I lived it in soccer. I lived it in motocross. Like, the world starts unfolding for that dream to become true.
Yeah.
And that's the message of The Alchemist, the book The Alchemist. I don't know if you read it.
Haven't.
But from Paulo Coelho. It's a pretty good book. That's the message of it. Like, once you want something really bad, that dream really bad, the world starts unfolding for that to make it happen.
You start vibrating and putting out those energies, man. And not to get all into that too deep, but you are a product of what you attract. There's no such thing as bad luck or good luck or coincidence. Everything happens for a reason. So the things that you think become your reality. The way that you feel and how you maneuver through life, they become your reality. Perception is your reality, i.e. my perception of success. So I can be living, $2 billion less and be way happier, and you can make $2 billion more than me, and you can be sad and depressed because your perception of how you feel with $2 billion and mine without it is completely different.
And I think that's the importance of the people that you surround yourself with, because that same energy, that same perception, you get it. Like, if you're with successful people that think in a certain way, you're going to start thinking in a certain way, feeling a certain way. If you are with people that are bad, like that they
don't care about stuff.
Care, or like, let's say they don't care about how they eat. You start getting those habits. You start getting that energy in you.
Yeah, the best way to put it in athlete terms, you're a soccer player. Why would Juan, the soccer player, go and practice with the hockey team? It has nothing to do with each other. Nothing at all. Yeah, so you can see the hockey players, you can see the hockey rink, but hockey has nothing to do with soccer. So why am I involving myself with players that don't train like I do, or train for what I need to do, or they don't eat the way I do, and they don't condition the way I do? We can be friends, we can be cool, but I don't associate myself with you because soccer is this level, hockey is this level, and we're on two different paths. So why even involve myself with that stuff? And it's the same thing with life. If you see a group of people and, you know, they might be your friends, and I was that person, I was involved or grew up with some people that were involved in things that I didn't want to be involved with. I saw them at school. We lived in the same neighborhood. Hey, how you doing? What's up? What's going on? All right, bye. I'll see y'all later. But I did not involve myself in what they were involved in.
How can you cut those relationships? Because for me, especially, like, it's hard, or for some people that I know, it's hard to, like, get away from those things that it's hard to say no to things.
It is, but once you start putting yourself first more and putting your goals and being disciplined to knowing what you want to do and what you want to achieve more, you're not going to have to cut them off. Those people are going to cut themselves off from you.
So it's about being super clear on your dream and your goals.
Yes, exactly. I.e., when I drove for FedEx, everyone in the warehouse, and then I worked in a large warehouse, everybody in the warehouse knew Roy's going to work out, Roy's going to eat a certain way. They would have potlucks and breakfasts and stuff, and they literally would be like, we got to get turkey bacon or turkey whatever, or cleaner food because Roy doesn't eat this. Or if they didn't, it'd be like, oh man, we know Roy can, like, they knew. So when you are standing firm on how you feel and what you believe in, you don't have to cut anybody off. Those people that don't affiliate themselves with you are going to know, okay, Juan's a soccer player. He's going to practice for soccer. He's going to condition for soccer, or motocross. He's going, get some rides in. He's going to practice some jumps. I'm not jumping. So I got to leave Juan alone, and I'm going to go do something else. But this is Juan's goal, and Juan's focusing on that. I can't disturb that. Juan, come this way. Oh, no, I got to go to practice. Juan, let's go do this. Oh, no, I'm at practice. So you're not going to have to cut them off. They're going to cut themselves off because you're standing firm on what you believe in and what the goals are.
And that actually is a good example of, like, it happened in my life. Once I started doing motocross, I started saying no to soccer. They were inviting me. And after saying no, like, a bunch of times, they know that I'm super clear on my goal. I'm super clear on my dream and what I want to do right now. So at the end, they were not inviting me anymore. Or the same thing, like going out at night, they know that I don't go out until a certain time. I don't go to sleep late.
Right. That's like, I don't smoke, I don't drink, man, at all. And I literally can be out with a group of guys that know me, and they can be all getting hammered and smoking and stuff, and nobody will ask me to smoke or drink because they know I'm not going to do it. They can joke and make fun of me and, oh, Roy, you scared, or all this other stuff. And I'll be like, yeah, that's cool. You can say whatever you want to say, but I'm not smoking or drinking. And I don't care about what you have to say about me, but I do care about what I put inside of my body.
Of course. So take it back to when you went part-time with FedEx.
Mm-hmm.
How did that journey, like, real short, you can tell us that story real short. How did it go? That success, that pathway to your success.
It was the best decision ever in my life, because knowing that FedEx didn't let anyone go part-time, they didn't let full-time drivers go part-time. To be specific, there were people that they hired for part-time work, but they didn't let their full-time drivers go part-time. They let me do it, and when I tell you that my availability opened up, to train people, and I'm so big on my gut and intuition, I trained 2 days out of the week where I just trained all day, and my slots were filling up fast, like fast. And because I was allowed to go part-time, I was in the gym training and ran into a guy that was like, I've been looking for you. We got a new facility that's opened up and I need somebody to run it. And literally, I said, when is it opening up? And told FedEx, hey, here's my 30-day notice because I have an opportunity now to go and train Monday through Saturday, full-time every day.
Were they mad about it?
No, they were happy because they knew. But they knew.
Yeah.
They knew it was eventually going to happen because this is where I wanted to be. But
how long did it take you from going part-time to that opportunity arising?
I want to say 3 or 4 months.
Super fast.
I went, and with that being said, it was like, that means that it was supposed to happen.
Yeah.
It was already supposed to happen. I had been thinking it for years. For years, I had been saying like, hey, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And the more something is on your mind, if it's on your mind all the time, if you constantly think about it, you constantly dream about it, and you sleep and wake up and you feel the same way, you need to do it. You need to do it. If you say, dang, that cup's been sitting on this table for 3 days now, pick the cup up. You know what I'm saying? So if it's on your mind constantly, man, it's time to happen. And I went part-time, worked part-time I'm serious, for like a month, maybe a month and a half, and built up my clientele. And from there, it was just a waiting game because it was a brand new facility that they were building.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a waiting game of, all right, when they're going to open and when I'm going to be in there. But I want to say like 3-4 months, man. And I went full-time training. And then at that moment, I was like, I made it. I was successful. I got to where I said I was going to do. I'm going to be a full-time trainer. And one of my clients said, Roy, I'm so proud of you. This is just a stepping stone to you to go to bigger things. At the time, I was like, what do you mean? Like,
that is it.
I'm here. You know, I left my full-time job. I'm working and training. I'm training full-time. Now I don't have to answer anybody per se. And I get to do what I love to do. What do you mean this is a stepping stone? And I saw what she meant. And it literally, everything was a stepping stone that propelled me to be better fit in the next level of my training.
And that's the idea, but like, there's no roof. And every time you make that roof higher, you make your ceiling higher, and you go higher, you achieve a dream, you achieve a small stepping stone. Yeah. Then what's next?
Yeah, that's it.
Then we are successful by doing those small goals. That's when, and they can be small goals. They can be like build a habit. Like, let me start waking up at 7. That's a habit. That's a success.
Yeah.
In the moment.
Yeah. I worked out at 5 a.m. this morning. I did not have to be up at 5 a.m. at all. But discipline said, hey, you can get up at 5 and go and work out and feel better about yourself. That's what I did. I didn't have to be here, but I did it.
So after going to that facility, opening that facility, and how did it go after into where you are right now?
Yes, because all the things that I learned from the guy that I worked with and for at the time, with that being my first full-time training job, it better prepared me mentally to step into a larger market. So I was on a small market, but he taught me so much stuff mentally to where I was like, all right, you got to look at P&Ls, it's profits and losses and stuff. And you got to know how much money we bringing in this month. And marketing is just marketing, period. Everything that comes with marketing with a business. Like, I learned all of that on a smaller scale, and then got on a larger scale in a larger market and applied all of those things that I learned into a larger market. And it was like, wow, I really see it now because I can see the numbers go up and down. And it just got bigger and better from there.
Did everything go easy on that path? Or did you have struggles? Did you have challenges?
I would say it went easy because I'm patient. A lot of people don't have patience, and I'm patient and I'm realistic with my patience and know that this success is not going to happen tomorrow. It's not going to be overnight. So I'm patient with knowing that, hey, it might take a year for me to build this up. But once that year comes, then I'm like, all right, so what's going on now? But during that time, I'm patient and I know that it's going to take a second. So yes, in that aspect, it is easy because you have to be realistic with
It's a realistic goal.
And understanding that I'm not going to be great tomorrow. It's going to take a time.
And some realistic goals, but goals that challenge you.
Yeah.
And that you are like, I would love to be there. And it's not going to be like a goal that like, oh, you can achieve it in a week.
Yeah.
And achieve it real quick.
And not get frustrated. That's where people lose their sight at. They get frustrated because I've been doing this for 2 months and nothing's happened yet. Keep going.
It's like the bamboo. Do you know the bamboo?
Yeah.
Of like Japan, China, Asia.
Yeah.
That bamboo doesn't grow nothing in years. But once it starts growing, it grows like super tall in months.
And strong.
And strong.
Yeah. That's exactly it.
So what's your definition of a dream?
A definition of a dream? Oh, that's a great question, man. Nobody's ever asked me that. Something that you aspire to, something that you think in your mind, you see it, you think it, and then once you do it, that becomes a success. But seeing it and thinking it is the dream. The vision.
Mm-hmm.
The vision. Hey, I know I'm going to own a building one day or own my own gym and have my own business. That's the dream. Once I get there, that's a success.
That's a success. And what's the definition? What does it mean to compete?
To get up every day, lace them up, and go to bat. That's what that means. I might strike out. I might get walked. I might be hurt. But every single day, get up, lace them up, go to bat.
Go to bat.
Take a swing at it and see. You either going to hit a home run or you're going to strike out. But I'm going to step up and I'm going to go to bat.
And you're going to go bat and then become better than yesterday.
That's it.
And even things don't go well, you don't hit a home run, you hit a pop-up.
Learn something. Yes, you get something out of it, but you have to go to bat. And you don't know what you're going to hit unless you grab your bat and you swing. You have to go to bat.
Just live it like that.
That's it.
That's it. Well, Coach, thank you for being in the Dreaming to Compete podcast.
Yes, sir.
It's been a pleasure. Great conversation.
It's an honor.
And I just want to see how the world unfolds for you and how it builds those dreams, that pathway to your success that you want. One day you're going to have that facility. I know that for sure.
Yes, sir. It's coming, man. And you got to come visit us.
Of course, for sure. And you all have to come visit it and come to Impact.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.